Officially, thank you for this opening day out here at the Miracle Field in Orchard Park. I want to recognize, before I get too far into it, our mayor, Mayor Carl Brewer, is here with us today to enjoy this day as well. He's in the dugout. He's already sitting on the bench. Before we get into all of the speechifying this morning, I do have some folks that I'd really like to recognize from my staff. David McGuire is somewhere in the audience here.
I'm back here.
David's back here by the backstop. David's been with the Parks and Recreation Department for almost 30 years now, and a lot of the programming that was started in Wichita for the folks that have some of those challenges that the rest of us might not enjoy, David started those programs right here at Orchard. He started the relationship with ARC in getting programs here. He was instrumental in really convincing me that there was a need in this community for a field of this type. A little over 4 years ago, David came to me with a plan and a vision to build this field that you're seeing here today. And I think we owe David a round of applause for having the vision and the wisdom to bring that forward. Taking that next step in bringing this to a reality, we took it to our city council and our board of park commissioners. And they saw the valid nature of creating an asset and a facility of this nature. In working with the school district, we realized there were over 3,000 kids just in Wichita's 259 school system that could benefit from this type of field, and we went after the funding. And if it wasn't for the vision and the wisdom of your board of park commissioners, and currently the president of that board is Brian Fry, who is also here, and representing the district that Orchard Park is in, and we have Cindy Claycomb here as well. Cindy's back over here in the corner. They helped us go to the city council and get a capital improvement project for Orchard approved. And if it wasn't for the wisdom of that city council, led by our mayor, and with the official recognition of our vice mayor, who represents, again, the district of this District 5, which Orchard sits in, our Vice Mayor, Janet Miller, who will be up here in a minute. It's their wisdom that put up the taxpayers' dollars that brought this to fruition. So I want to thank the Board of Park Commissioners and the City Council officially today. It's a dream that's we've had for a long, long time, at least in the Parks and Recreation Department, to bring this field to the community. We hope that the 91 athletes that are represented on the field today is only the beginning. We would like to expand this into adult baseball leagues as well. And we have partners both with Catch and with ARC that we hope that we can create adult leagues to play on this field as well going forward. So the kids that are starting today, they'll be able to play baseball well into their 20s and 30s later on. So I'm anxious to take that forward, and I'd like to recognize the Orchard Recreation Director that's here today, Mark Lowry, who is going to make that a reality as well. Mark? Without further ado, I'd like to thank one other partner before we bring the Vice Mayor up here, and that's the Children's Miracle Network of Via Christi Health. And if Jill Bosley is here, Jill, if it wasn't for their generosity, if it wasn't the generosity from Via Christi's Miracle Network in contributing $66,000 to this field, we still would be waiting to build it. So I want to thank Jill and let her have an opportunity.
Thank you. Good morning. We are just so excited that we could be a part of this project. This is something our community has needed for so long, and we are so excited that it's finally here and the day is here. Thank you to the Parks and Rec for their hard work, for Lainey Armstrong and for the Love of Chance for having this vision. And last but not least, thank you to all you guys and your families and your kids, and for sharing your special kids with us. This is absolutely amazing. We are so excited, so thank you all so much.
And now I'd like to bring up Vice Mayor Janet Miller again, the representative for District 6 and this area that Orchard Park is in. Again, it was when she was on the Board of Park Commissioners as the president that we started this dream, and it's under her guidance on the City Council that we've been able to bring it to fruition. Ms. Miller?
Good morning and welcome to all of you to this new Miracle Field. One group of important people we haven't gotten to recognize this morning are all those Miracle League players. Yeah. Raise your hand if you're a Miracle League player. Raise your hand and wave to us. Yay! This new field is for you, and we are so very happy to provide it. And it's my great pleasure today to echo the thanks from Doug Cupper this morning to all of our partners, the park staff, the park board, the Love of Chance Foundation, the National Miracle League Association, who has representation today, and most especially the Children's Miracle Network, whom you just heard from. It's partnerships like these that make today's government work. We, as government, are not able to do it all ourselves, and we need wonderful, supportive partners. And in Wichita, those are abundant, and we are so very appreciative. Please help me thank again all the partners. It will be so wonderful to watch our kiddos play later today, and we hope many of you can stay to do that. Lastly, I would like to thank the Lafarge Company for building this facility. So I think they have representatives here today. If you wave your hand somewhere, there they are. Thank you very much. Next, I would like to invite to the podium Stephanie Davis, the Program Director of the Miracle League Association, the National Association for the Local Miracle League. Stephanie?
Good morning. Wow, what a beautiful facility that I walked up to this morning. As I flew in last night from Atlanta, I looked out the window of my plane and I looked down and I saw this amazing field from the air last night, and it just brought chills to my spine that this will be an incredible field for all of your community to enjoy. I have a short story to share with you. At a Special Olympics event, 9 contestants, all physically or mentally disabled, assembled at the starting line for a 100-yard dash. At the gun, they all started out, not exactly in a dash, but with the relish to run the race to the finish and win. All that is, except one little boy who stumbled onto the asphalt, tumbled over a couple times, and began to cry. The other 8 heard the boy crying. They slowed down, they looked back, then they all turned around and went back, every single one of them. One girl with Down syndrome bent down and kissed him and said, "This'll make it all better." Then all 9 of them linked arms and walked together to the finish line. Everyone in the stadium stood. The cheering went on for several minutes. People who were there were telling the story. Why? Because deep down we know this one thing. What matters in this life is more than winning ourselves. What matters in this life is helping others win, even if it means slowing down and changing our course. I'd like to congratulate the community for actually slowing down, changing your course, and helping all children enjoy the game of baseball, no matter what their ability is. Thank you for being part of an international movement. We now have 245 Miracle Leagues across this country, including Puerto Rico, Canada, and Australia. This organization has made strides that many would not believe possible, but only because of the help of many caring people. Wichita, Kansas is truly blessed to have such awesome leaders, many who have put in tireless efforts, commitment, and love on behalf of children with special needs. Most importantly, I want you to look around, and I would like to thank the families out here. Thank you for allowing us to be a small part of your child's life. These players teach us much more than we could ever teach them. The Miracle League has its name for a reason. Every child out here today is a miracle from God, and in a few minutes you will see miracles unfold in front of your eyes. I am a child first and foremost, a whole child. I have a special need. My special need is just one aspect of my total character. I'm a person with thoughts, feelings, preferences, fears, and talents, just like you. Please focus on what I can do rather than what I cannot do. Look for my strengths and you will find them. There's more than one way to do things right. You are my foundation, and with your support and guidance, the possibilities are broader than you might think. Be my advocate, be my friend, and we'll see just how far I can go. A special thank you to Lainey Armstrong, who I've really enjoyed working with over these past few years. Thank you to the City of Wichita. Thank you for this group of people who have come out here with this vision and continued this hard work over the past few years to make this field happen. Thank you to our partner Surface America, who does the surface on all of our fields across the country, one of our approved vendors. And a thank you again to all the donors, the volunteers, the players, and the families. None of this would have been possible without this team effort. Now may God bless this field and this Miracle League where every child has the chance to play baseball. And next up to the podium is one who is the reason why you are here today, the reason why all your children have their uniforms on right now, the reason why this league is going to flourish and continue to grow each and every year. A big applaud to Lainey Armstrong.
There's absolutely no way I'm going to get through this without crying, so just bear with me. Good morning. Welcome to the Miracle League of Wichita, Kansas. Thank you all for being here this bright and early on a Saturday morning to celebrate our kids and our field. There are lots of people who have helped make this dream happen and this day possible for our kids. I would personally like to thank Aeroflex, Quick Trip, the City of Wichita, Played Against Sports, NBC, HAP Dumont Youth Baseball Organization, Security First Title, who will be providing you lunch a little bit later, and it already smells amazing. Numerous businesses and organizations that are here today to provide entertainment for our kiddos while they wait for their game. Sierra Scott of It's All Good will be our guest announcer today. And lastly, certainly not least, Children's Miracle Network Hospitals of Via Christi Health. On a more personal level, I would like to thank my mom for supporting me. Supporting every idea I have ever came up with, no matter how crazy. Although she is here today and she does agree that this is a pretty darn good, as far as my ideas goes, this was a pretty darn good one. I've been asked several times recently about my quote-unquote inspiration for starting this league. The answer is simple. My inspiration is standing beside me. Although Chance was barely 3, when I started this project, the motivation that he provided to me was immeasurable. What Chance started within me quickly took flight, and now I have 91 kids that play in this league who now inspire me. The Miracle League started as my dream and has quickly become a dream of many others. I appreciate the support of the parents, family members, and volunteers. I do want to point out that I've got 126 volunteers this year helping make this possible for our kids. They're giving up 5 Saturdays of their lives to help make these kids have the reality of playing baseball. Here at the Miracle League, we're pretty convinced that we have figured out how the game of baseball is supposed to be played. It's supposed to really be played. We hope that you'll stick around today for a game, or maybe all 4. We're pretty sure you'll be hooked. Thank you.
1, 2, 3, cut! Let's Let
need
the
you to move out of the
games
way.
begin.
Okay, it's all yours.